Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to yet another wild and fantastic episode of Fail PG. I am the Mighty Mage. With me tonight is Ross the Boss, Mr. Goat, and Surge.
That weak punk.
He really is.
He's always universal failing.
He's probably universal failing the B-roll right now as we speak.
He probably
Right,
is.
coming to you.
He probably has polio.
Wow.
He might be polio, I don't know.
You know what?
Remember when the Black
You
Plague
know what? I'm
disappeared?
going. No. The Black Plague didn't disappear. I just happen to keep all the vials with me. Okay, it's not that hard to make. It's just some water and some fucking rats.
Oh,
all
so
day.
that means you got Ada shaking in the back. All right, cool.
Duh.
Hey, Adeshake is doing pretty well.
Where is he
Georgia.
now? Currently,
Georgia. I
Is
follow him on
okay,
I
so he is
follow
still
him
in
on
Georgia.
Instagram. I follow him on Instagram. Yeah.
Okay,
He's
because
doing
I
all
know
right.
the last time I saw him, saw something from he was up in Florida for some reason. So I was like, well, how did he go from Georgia
No,
to Florida?
no, he was probably visiting somebody. He's in Georgia.
Probably.
He lives in Georgia.
Georgia.
ATL. That's where he lives.
Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, are you ready to start this nonsense?
Of course.
Yes.
No.
Okay, well, just because you said no, Mr. Surge, we're going to open with you tonight. As I recall, when last we met, Ronnie was on her way to go and visit Uncle Arak after an interesting conversation with the Lady Atana and checking in on old Lem, who may or may not be joining them for the big surprise party with the bandits on the next day.
Yeah, if my money is on anything, he's not joining. Although, knowing you and your trolls, he'll show up half dead anyway.
Would I do that?
I would. So I know you would.
Surprisingly, I would too.
So,
So, it's late morning by the time you reach Uncle Arak's crooked old shack in the back corner of the market district. The smoke is already pouring out of the chimney, and you can hear the regular clang, clang, clang of his hammer. He's already hard at work, but you would expect nothing less.
gonna just walk up, make sure I'm in his field of vision.
You open the door and step through. It's hazy and smoky inside, and you can make out his stumpy figure in front of the anvil. You circle around to where he can see you in his peripheral vision. He spares you a quick glance, but goes back to the piece he's working on for the moment, pounding it a few more times before quenching it in a bucket of oil. And then he turns back to you with his big toothless grin. Roddy! What can I do for you, me darling?
Uh, Quick question. So, what exactly is he working on at this particular moment in time?
It's hard to tell. It at the moment just looks like a billet of iron.
Ah, so he's just starting the format. Ah, perfect. So, you know, go ahead, hug him, ask him, what are you working on, yo, conjure you?
Oh, an old fella, a friend of mine's coming through this week and asked me for a new sword. His old one's getting a little bit dinged and rusty and not salvageable.
Ah, you came to the right person then.
He knows quality when he sees it. What can I do for you, me darling?
Have Burke and the others come by to pick up those weapons from you yet?
Oh yeah, they came in late last evening. Almost 100 spears they took. Cleaned me out, they did.
I hope he gave you a fair price on them.
I did. Very reasonable fella, that Burke. I think I like him.
I think I like them too. I have to ask you about something though.
Oh yeah, what is it?
I was talking with Lady Atana.
Oh, yeah.
She brought up something that she said happened 20 years ago. So obviously way before me. But you would have been what? Around your 20s, 30s, around that?
I suppose I'd have been in my late 30s about then if it was 20 years ago. What are you getting at? It's just a roundabout way of you calling me old.
Not at all. She said she's from Tulitha Isles. Says that our people came down there and ransacked the entire place. Uninhabited.
Ah, I do know what she's talking about there. Yeah. Ah,
While he's rubbing his beard, I'm going to take a seat on the anvil.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
your father's father had 3 sons, as you know. His eldest were a bit more the rough and tumble type. He was awfully fond of his making war, and he and his father, they didn't see eye to eye. He didn't really get on well with his brothers, and so when he came of age, he left the village, went and made a name for himself. As I understand it, he had a hand in raiding a number of islands off the coast, raiding some small villages up the shoreline. Bad bit of business, that, but well, none of us talked to him at that point, so we don't really know what all happened, just that it happened. I don't know anybody that ever been to Tuatha Isles myself. As far as I know, there's nothing there. Maybe he's the reason why. I don't know.
You say Dad left the village to go pursue this. Did any others go with him?
Well, a handful, I suppose. It was a long time ago. My memory's a little fuzzy, but as I recall, old Bort, he took 3 or 4 others of the village with him. But, for all the raiding that he did, I know he must have brought others into his fold, started his own village or something. I don't know.
That's mighty interesting.
What? Why are you asking about this? Were you thinking that we actually had something to do with all that raiding and pillaging?
No, I know for a fact that no one in our village would. But Lady Atana was so convinced that we were the ones who did all of it that I had to be sure of the events.
Well, it certainly wasn't anyone from your generation or your father or our bloodline, but your uncle, he might have done. I don't know.
Gonna just slowly shimmy off of the anvil. Kind of pat all the soot and stuff that I'm pretty sure is on my butt off.
Yep.
And just hug Uncle Arik. Thanks for telling me the truth.
You know I never lie to you, darling. We raised you better than that, and I was raised better than that.
Ah, that you did. So, I might need a small favor from you.
Oh, yeah?
Would you be willing to sit and have a chat with dear old stuck-up priestess for us?
No, I don't think I want to be doing that. My days of dealing with prissy old politicians are over. I got nothing to say to no invader priestess.
Ah, I'm glad I don't feel so different from you. But it would be worth her knowledge, I guess, so that she doesn't look at all of us as the same. But I get your feelings. Trust me, I've had to sit in front of the woman twice now. It's harsh.
I don't envy you that.
Well, for now, I've got to get prepared for this thing. Not really sure what's going to happen come tomorrow, but if you hear any news about me laying up in Hero's hut, don't worry too much.
And he just sort of like takes you by the shoulders and says, "You give 'em hell out there, and don't let 'em catch you by surprise. We taught you better than that. You got 'em."
Don't worry, I'll do my best. I'm just more concerned about the men that are going with us.
They, more of these Uruk soldier boys?
Yeah, there's only a few who I can tell are worth a damn, in general, and others who are okay fighters, but in most situations, they're easily pushed back.
Well, you know what our policy was. You fight. If you know what you're doing, you live. If you don't, you make way for someone who does.
Huh. It's a shame. Don't think we're gonna get that option, but here's the good luck. May the
Aye.
gods smile upon them all.
I'll pray for you, honey.
With that, I'm gonna get up and head on off. And I guess I should probably go ahead and make sure everything's finalized with Burke. Because I
Okay.
don't think I've seen him yet since I had to deal with Atana.
Nope.
So let's go do that.
All right. You make your way back across the city towards the docks and the entrance and the main barracks. And you step inside expecting to find Burke at his usual spot at the desk, but to your surprise, some other person is sitting there in his place. Young fella by the look of him, kind of scrawny, might even be a kid. His helmet looks like it doesn't fit quite right. His tunic and his gambeson look a little bit oversized for him, and he's frantically scribbling away on a little piece of parchment. As you come in, he pauses and looks up to you. "Yes? Can I do something for you?" "Wait a minute. You're that barbarian lady that Burke hired, aren't you?" "Oh, yeah, I know you. What can I do for you? Oh, are you about to go out and get some more bandits? Do you have some more that I can strike off the list?"
How old are you, kid?
I'll be 14 next month.
Alright. Maybe one day I'll have you sit down and show me your skill and you can come with me. But
Oh, boy!
For now. And I'll
Oh.
pat him on his head where his helmet is and just push it down. Need to know where Burke is.
Oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you that. He's stepped out for a moment, doing something about a special detail.
Ah. So it is about time. Yeah, I'm a part of that. I'm gonna need to know where he is then.
Oh, well, okay, I think I can trust you. Go back out and turn right, go around behind the barracks, through the alleyway, and then make a left. There's a little courtyard there. You'll probably find him there.
Thanks. And what's your name again, kiddo?
Fred!
Nice to meet you, Fred. And if you see Cade around, tell him I said hi.
Okay, yeah, he's good buddy of mine. We used to play ball together.
Perfect. With that, I'll head out the door and head over to this courtyard that he spoke of.
All right. Takes you a couple of minutes to find your way over there. The alleyway that he talked about twists and turns quite a lot, surprisingly. By the time you eventually manage to get to the courtyard, you actually seem to have come in at the tail end of whatever Burke was doing. A number of Uruk soldiers are filing out of the little opening, and Burke is just having a quiet conversation with one fellow who's left. Very scraggly, sort of battle-worn, scarred visage, stubbly beard. Looks like he's been through hell and back. Older than Burke by the look of him, very seasoned probably. And as Burke is talking to him quietly, he's just sort of nodding, very steely-eyed gaze. And after Burke is finished, he sort of pats him on the shoulder, and this fella turns and walks out with the rest of the soldiers. At this point, Burke kind of turns around and notices that you're standing there. Ronnie?
Hey, didn't know there was a powwow happening today.
Special detail.
This
Preparation for the adventure tomorrow.
I figured. So, speaking of, everything ready?
Just about. Handful of details to clean up. But we've got all the gear. Wagons are just about ready. Men have been picked. Have you picked your group? The Lady Atana told you that you're going to be leading the charge in the first wagon. Yes?
She did. And there's only two people I would have in mind for my group. And depending on how big a group you want me to have, I'll have to take a look at the others.
Who do you have in mind?
Oh, and Cade, of course.
You sure you want that little boy in the wagon with you?
Listen, that last run that we did, Cade was pretty good out there. He might be young. I think the fact that people look at him as just a youngster plays more into his skill.
Fair enough.
And he's a lot faster than most people I've seen move.
He does get a little bit twitchy. I reckon it's that coffee.
I've already checked on Lem. He won't be in no condition to go anywhere tomorrow.
Disappointing. We could really use all the hands we can get on this venture.
Yes, but I've also made sure that he's going to stay put, but just in case, maybe keep a guard or two around to make sure he stays in bed, huh?
Can't spare anybody to do babysitting duty. This is going to take everybody we've got. If the bandits are actually as well equipped as you've been telling me, and they want this wagon of supplies as badly as I hope they do, we should get to see the majority of their force.
All right then. So, anything you want me to do before tomorrow happens? Aside
Make
from
sure-
my group.
Well, if you've already settled on who you want to join you in the wagon, I would just say make sure that your gear is sharp, your armor is in good order, and that you're ready for one hell of a fight tomorrow. We have no idea how many people we could be facing. It could be 2, it could be 200. I really don't know.
Oh, if this goes any sort of way, the last couple have gone. That last number, that could be the smallest size.
Well, let's just hope they don't bring any more of that boom dust of yours.
Yeah, let's hope not. That stuff could be a real problem.
Aye, that it could. Is there anything else?
Yeah, had an interesting talk with your priestess today.
I imagine you would. No conversation with her is boring.
Put it this way. She said something that made me double back and talk to my Uncle Arik. Learned something about one person in my father's side of the family, one of my uncles. Started up a small group. Possibly could have been raiders.
Yeah.
Tell me, what do you know about the Trishula Island attacks?
The what now?
Nothing?
I don't keep very up to date on global events. My concerns are with Uruk and Uruk's immediate campaigns and enemies.
Figure your priestess would probably work that in as a lesson for a lot of you boys and girls since it happened 20 years ago.
Well, if she did, I missed the lesson. probably too busy campaigning for her.
Fair enough. Well, now go ahead, turn around, get ready to leave. But before I go, I will turn back, look at Burke. Do me a favor tomorrow, regardless of what happens. Because I know you'll get out alive in one piece.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
If something should happen to me, just make sure my uncle's well taken care of, huh?
I'll look into it. He's the blacksmith, right?
Correct.
Seems that he does a good job of taking care of himself, but I'll keep it in mind.
Thanks. And with that, I will head out, and I will go and head over to the barracks, because I'm just assuming that's where everybody is at this point.
Okay.
And, find my two favorite people in the whole world.
Well, while you're walking over to the barracks, we're going to switch over to the sister city, Murad. Let's see. I think we need to start off with Mr. Knoll.
Aw.
Oh, yeah. We need to start off with Mr. Knoll. What you got there?
I was showing that I found all the coins, so I was going to say if you weren't sure, I will flip this, but you already.
Oh, no, we're going to start off with poor Knoll, because he's in kind of a bad way.
Yeah.
It's battle time.
Mr. Let's turn everything into Monty Python at the last. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
it
the only
really
way you
is.
do it. That's how you play the meta.
That's right. Well, Mr. Metamaster,
Yeah.
you are currently at the southern gatehouse separating the inner and middle rings of Murad. It's late at night. The only light available is cast by the torch sconces on the walls, a couple of braziers smoldering here and there, and the 3 guards that you just set on fire by having them trip into their companions' torches. So there are currently, I think, 5 guards in the archway of the gatehouse proper who are currently tripping over themselves or in some state of being on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's you, and then behind you are 4 additional soldiers who were not so unfortunate as to run into the flames. You are now pinned between these 2 groups of guards, although at the moment the guards who are all entangled with each other inside the archway are paying more attention to themselves than they are to you. But they are still kind of blocking your path.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the guys who are not in fire, they're still trying to.
Apprehend you, yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, while people trying to, one of the guys is trying to take himself off, pass fire off. I grab him and kind of push him into the other people.
which group? The ones behind you or the ones in front of you?
The ones behind me.
Okay. Give me a 12 side for a strength check. And I will give you advantage on this because he's busy with other things and is not paying attention to you.
Oh, I got a perfect 12 critical success.
All right, all right. And this guy is trying to pat his gambeson out, and as he's doing this, you grab him roughly by the shoulders, and he just looks up at you for a moment, kind of shocked, like, what? And then you throw him over your shoulder, basically, behind you, and he slams into the nearest soldier to you that was behind you. And they both...
bowling pin?
No, not all of them, but the one nearest you topples to the ground with this guy flat on top of him, and now they're both trying to pat each other off and at the same time trying to get up.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna try to dive over the people in front of me who are on fire.
Okay, well...
So while you're doing that, I just have one question.
Yeah, sure.
The fact that this guy just got set on fire from this other guy instead of his flame being smothered out, I'm assuming this is either a grease or oil fire?
What do you imagine makes torches burn for a long period of time?
Exactly.
Well,
Especially back in those days. Yeah,
It's usually oil or grease-soaked rags.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's got burning grease, basically, of some sort on his tunic. They did not have any concept of flame-proof clothing back then. It's like wool and other nice combustible materials.
Wool,
So
leather.
Yeah, so the Gambeson then caught fire.
I just wanted
Yeah,
to know
so
which one it was, if it was oil or grease, because
in this context, it doesn't really matter.
it
I'd
It's
say
does.
it's
flammable.
probably more
It
likely to be grease.
okay, because the reason why I was saying is because it does. One feeds faster than the other, which means it would spread faster.
It- my fuel system engineer training is kicking in. It's like, yeah, that's true sometimes, but not others. But we're
All the
gonna
time.
leave it there.
We're leaving reality out of this, okay?
That's right. That's right. I got to keep my engineer hat off.
Anime rules.
Anime rule.
Oh,
No,
if it's-
anime rules.
Wait, if it's anime rules, then everything's a big fucking blaze right now.
No, yeah, that's true. I turned him into a fireball, and he combustioned and killed everybody behind me. That's anime rule.
Basically.
So
And I said some move, like I said, he's like fiery human bomb, and I throw him.
no. This is one of the fantasy anime. This is the one where you just grunt real loud as you're doing
Yeah.
everything.
And the dramatic close up and the screaming and
Yeah, and it's literally done in cuts.
all right, roll a 12 side for dexterity to see if you can leap over or around the other guys who are currently flailing amongst themselves.
All right, let me take Mr. Rossman's luck. Yeah. Oh, come on.
Off the table, didn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I did it again.
Golly, come on, man.
I got a 5. What can I do for that? My dex is pretty high for warrior, though.
Yeah, you've got a +2 on dex, so that makes a
I got
7
7.
overall. As you are turned back away and try to find a pathway that you can dart by these guys, you hear a whoosh behind you as one of the other guards comes up and tries to take a swing at you at the back of your head with his scimitar. But fortunately for you, you step forward right as he swung, and it just whistled past your head. Kind of taking that extra impetus to get the heck out of there, you jank to the left and try to like flatten yourself against the wall and slide past this other group of 4 guys. 3 of them don't notice that you're doing that. They're still kind of preoccupied. The last one, however, does see you trying to do this, and he is going to take a swing at you as well. It's a 17 plus 5.
Oh, jeez. That's
What? Not even a chance to parry or dodge? Alright. Okay, 17 plus 5?
What is his current
Yeah.
AC right now? Because I know he doesn't have his usual
So,
armor and stuff. But
Noel doesn't have his usual armor on. He's got basically just a simple gambeson underneath the sailor's tunic.
Yeah.
So your armor class, Noel, right now is 15.
Uh-huh.
Wait, his armor class is lower than mine right now?
Because he does have his original.
His armor class is the same as yours, Ronnie.
Is it? Oh, is mine 15?
At least on my board it is.
17. Mine's a 17.
Okay, I'll look at that in a minute.
Probably because you still have it set from when I did the one adventure with the bandits. And I had my stuff off at the time. Because remember, I couldn't wear my gambeson armor under the tunic I was using as a disguise.
That did it. Yeah, I had a true-false flag set incorrectly. Thank you. Let me just make sure I haven't done the same kind of thing to Noel. No, those numbers are correct. So yeah, Noel has an armor class of 15 right now.
Alright.
So, let's see here. D6 plus 3. So that's 5 points of slashing damage to you, sir. As you scuttle along the wall, one of the 4 disengages from the rest of his companions, turns, raises his scimitar, and rakes it across your chest. Let's see. The other soldier, let's see, you've got 2 other soldiers behind you. They are not going to be able to both attack you at once now. Only one of them at this point has the ability to get close to you and reach. So he's going to try for it. And just barely fails. So another guard comes up behind you with his own scimitar. It looks like they're all carrying scimitars instead of spears.
Okay.
Very unusual compared to what you're used to. And he goes for the big overhand swing or overhead swing, and the scimitar bites into the stone just a couple of inches shy of your ear. You can actually see sparks fly off of the blade as it impacts the stone, but it just draws a jagged line through the stone and not through you.
While he's recovering that, can I just do like a big kick? What?
On your next turn.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because now I got to roll for the guy that you threw and the guy that he slammed into.
Okay.
Let's see if they will get up.
That no phase.
Fortunately for you, both of those guys are still frantically trying to put each other out since they're still kind of smoldering, and they have not gotten up yet.
All right, great.
So now there's only one other guy left behind you who is the one who missed your head just a little bit earlier. He's going to attempt to swing at you again.
Again?
And that one is going to be a 17. And he's going to swing at you for 7 points, sir.
Yikes.
Is Noel about to die here?
I got 2?
Yeah, you've got 2.
And you said doing the Mighty Python was how you played the meta.
Well, Mr. Metamaster, it is now your turn.
Yikes, man. All right. All right. I summoned the angel of light Moa to heal me. If I brawl 100 side, I get 90 or above. I get full. All right.
Angel of light Moa.
You roll 100 side and you get exactly 100. You get to
Christian knows the
for 5
reference.
seconds.
That was funny. Serge knows the reference.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
I mean, to be fair, you started out having to deal with 6 guys who weren't sure if you were a bad guy to having to fight 9 guys at once. So, not sure how you expected this to go.
No, I thought I could just make escape. I didn't even say fight them. I did the trip thing so I can I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too many Jackie Chan movies.
I mean, it did at least distract a number of them for a while, so that helped. But yeah, you are down to 2 hit points now. So
did I at least squeeze past most of them at least?
So you're actually in the archway now, whereas before you were outside.
Yeah.
And you're currently confronting basically 3 of the guardsmen, 1 in front and 2 on your side. You could try to squeeze through the rest of the way and book it out of there.
Let me try squeeze through the rest of the way.
You get 12 side for Dex.
Oh, yikes. Imagine dying over this crap. That'd be lame. Lame. I got 11. Thank goodness.
That'll do it. So
Look at my plot armor. Look at it.
You got something going on, man.
Yeah.
Fortunately for you, Jason's not stealing all your luck right now.
Give it time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're going to get out the archway, but then what are you going to do, right? So you slip out the rest of the way and just start barreling down the main roadway towards the center ring. Most of the guards are still kind of bottlenecked in the archway. But, let's see here. For 3 of them. 2 of them managed to disengage from the rest of the kerfuffle and are in hot pursuit.
All right, I'll just keep running.
Okay. So you keep running down that main road, and get to the part where it actually becomes the circle that forms the middle ring. Striker, at about that same moment, You guys emerge from the barracks. And I'm going to have you roll a 12 side to see if you see this nonsense that's going on.
Well, you see the Three Stooges. Woo!
Oh yeah, I see it. It's a natty 12.
Okay, yep.
Of course,
you
my
see
luck
this-
today will work, right?
First, you hear the
Hey
commotion.
Mo, take your
As-
hands
as-
off that boy. You're gonna give him a complex.
You hear this shouting and clattering up the street as you emerge from the barracks, and as you turn and look, you see one rather large dude sort of running full tilt down the street with two other guys, swords raised up in the air in hot pursuit after him. The guy is dressed like a sailor. He's got, the white tunic and the blue breeches, and he's got something that looks like a scimitar in his hand, but he looks awfully familiar anyway.
So, how many assassins with me?
Five.
Five.
Plus the master assassin Ningal.
Oh, that's gonna be fun to figure this out. So,
Be
God
wise.
damn it.
I'll drag you into the too. He's like, oh.
We'll have one guy with 2 hit points and the other guy with 4 hit points trying to fight 2 guards and 6 assassins. That'll go cheap. No
That's
problem.
not-
That would
That's
never
good odds,
work. Unless
good odds,
one of
right?
them was a tank.
We're gonna turn on anime rules, right? Just for this.
for this one
Luck
episode,
with that.
Anime Rules.
Good luck with that, gentlemen. Good luck with that.
He gets a flashback and a massive power up. That's
So
it.
there you go. Uh-huh.
All right, so I got all my weapons. Blah 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 blah. So all right. God damn it, no! I gotta try to figure out how not to get your ass killed or me killed. Well, the guys already know I've been lying anyway, so screw it. There's not about that. The guy knew I lied already. So whatever happens now, guess what? No, it's up on you. All right, here we go.
Yeah. Okay.
So you gotta shut the hell up, and hopefully I can keep your ass alive.
All right. I'm gonna shut up. I'm running though. I'm running.
I hear the noise. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I'm sitting like, y'all hear that? This is messing with the assassin. Y'all hear that thing? Turn
Yeah.
around.
The master
Turn around.
assassin and several of the others do look in the direction of this commotion.
So as soon as we all look, I'm gonna be like, sailor. Why is a sailor running from? Wait a minute. And I start squinting my eyes. I'm like, y'all see what I see, right? Why does that dude look like my dead friend?
And as you say that, the spy master Ningal says, "Oh, for the love of God!"
Also, oh wait, I forgot. You knew I was lying the whole time. My bad. Oh, well, if you save him, he can help us, and we can get this done a lot quicker. Just saying.
For
My
a
partner
moment,
in crime.
Ningal just watches as Noel is barreling down the thoroughfare with the 2 guards in hot pursuit, just sort of shaking his head like, "This is the man who defeated 3 of my assassins and rendered one of them impotent?"
I mean, he doesn't have his original equipment. If he had his original equipment, oh, trust me, he would be slaying right now. That's what I'm saying. You understand? But first, let him bust his ass. I just want to see that one time. You can save him later after that. Let me see this bust his ass.
Why do you want to see him fall?
Because he tried to hide in a barrel.
Come on, man. If I rolled good, I would have got away with it.
Oh, that'll never get old. Striker, roll 12 side.
What a critical failure or something.
No, I think he's trying to pull the convincing.
I got a 7. 7, 8, 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got a 9.
Ningal face palms and then just motions in the general direction of Noel. And 3 of the assassins detach themselves from your party and rush over to intercept Noel. Noel, Now I need you to roll a 12 side. Recognize Stryker in the crowd of dark hooded figures that are now.
Come on, man. I need focus. Nope. I don't trust that roll. No, I don't trust. All right. Veni Vici. All right. I got a 5.
Because you said Veni Vici. That's
Well, your perception modifier, which is the same as your wisdom modifier, is a +3. So
Oh, nice.
that's actually not bad. At first, you see the 3 cloaked figures approaching you from the opposite direction, and you're thinking that you're cornered, and this is probably the end of it. But just as you're about ready to make your last stand, you notice, standing amongst the others back towards the barracks, waving frantically at you, his stupid face all lit up in a big grin, is Stryker.
Oh, there's that fool. That's what I said. And he goes, "Look at you." He's
Hold on,
look
he
at you.
said what? That's that fool? And I'd be like, let me just keep waiting.
So, what do you do?
I ain't have to
Noel?
save your ass.
You got a fraction of a second to decide how you want to play this.
Um,
1,000.
Baseball slide.
I surrender.
Baseball slide.
All right. So as the assassins close in on you, you put your hands out, drop your scimitar to the ground. The guards come up behind you. They're raising their scimitars like they don't care at this point. You've set several of their friends on fire, and they're ready to end you. But as they're moving in for the kill, the assassins put up a hand, and they just stop for a moment, as if they're thinking about whether they want to carry through with it.
And all they do is pull out their swords and be like, sure.
Pretentious pricks. They sheathe the swords, and they roughly shove you into the waiting arms of the assassins.
Dang, we almost had a fight. We could have escaped from that.
I was gonna do my triple kick. My jumping triple kick.
What is you with thinking that Noel is a martial artist? I'm waiting for the moment when you try to do shadow no kick.
It's anime rules.
You think he's Sanji? That's what you think he is.
No, I'm legit waiting now for him to actually do a roll where he says he's actually going to try to do the shadow no kick from Iron Monkey. I'm just waiting now. I'm waiting now.
That's what
Hey, you guys do get stat bonuses as you get higher and higher levels, so it's possible he could put some extra stat points somewhere and get good enough.
Put it in
that would actually work.
Get good.
I mean, I guess in that case he'd have to put it all in his dex, right?
Probably, yeah. His dex modifier isn't bad, so it might not take as much as you think.
Get good. That's what it is.
All right. So, Noel, you were grabbed by the assassins, who very quickly feel you up and down to see if you have any additional hidden weapons. Unfortunately, you don't. The sailor only hooked you up with that cutlass. One assassin stoops and scoops up the cutlass from you, and the other whirls you around, and they together march you over to the party and reunite you with Stryker at long last.
And I'm gonna be like, all I told you to do was stay put. That is all I told you to do.
Come on.
Now I had to rescue you again.
Oh,
This
I'm
is
like,
how many times? How many times?
Since when you gave good advice? So come on, man.
Who's still alive? Who
Well, both of us apparently. Yeah.
Who was almost killed?
Whose pecker did you twaddle?
Enough! And at this point, Mingle gives the other assassins some kind of a hand gesture, and two of them produce hunks of rope from within the folds of their robes and quickly gag the both of you.
Before he does that, I'm like, it was a nice guy. He was back at a party, man. He was woo. I'm just
Oh, the idiocy.
Hold
It
on.
actually hurts.
Can I do a roll to see if I can just take this thing off real quick and say, hey, can you get his armor?
Can
We'll
you
meet you at the
put?
boat. Gotcha.
I will ask you to roll a 12 side.
Mhm.
We'll call that a charisma
Perception.
roll to see if you can like get that word in edgewise before he gags you.
That was a 4, so that's my
Not
bad.
good enough. Nope. They
Oh.
they gag you anyway.
I cry, yo. I cry. That's what I'm trying to say to him.
Charisma.
And at this point, the spy master is like, I just can't deal with these people anymore. And he turns to one of his underlings, just the picture of frustration and resignation on his face. Take these imbeciles back to the hall and put them in a holding cell until morning. I will go to the docks and arrange transport. And his underling bows. The procession of 5 assassins kind of corrals the two of you, and you turn around and start marching back down the thoroughfare
Right.
towards the guild hall,
And I'm just
while
thinking the tune in my head, like,
Ningal goes the opposite direction toward the docks.
Oh look, they're so nice. They're giving us a lodging.
I
you
just
know?
have one question. Is he having an aneurysm yet?
Distinct possibility.
and that's how we kill him. Ha
Do you remember the Dragon Ball Z abridged episode
Yes.
where Vegeta is like, I'm just having an aneurysm from stupidity? Oh, Vegeta, I didn't know you were that stupid. Ah!
15 minutes, 42 seconds. 15 minutes, 42 seconds. What's that, Vegeta? Best moment of my life.
Vegeta. 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 Vegeta.
God damn it, Appa.
Uh,
So with
Let's see some
that,
more of those now.
with that,
I know, right? We are coming back over to Ronnie.
You
Hello,
know,
Ronnie.
I hoped you survived.
So you walk back into the barracks, and again, Fred is sitting there scribbling away. Oh, you're back! Did you find Burke?
I did. Tell me, has everyone returned back yet?
Well, not everyone, no. I mean, there's 15, I think, on patrol right now at various parts throughout the city, and 7 more in the barracks here, and 5 who were on detail with Burke. Oh, I probably wasn't supposed to tell you that. Forget that I said that. Who are you looking for?
Kate, how?
Oh, okay. Cade is definitely here in the barracks, yeah. Third door on the left. Hal, I believe, is patrolling the north wall. Mm-hmm.
Great. I'm gonna need both of them.
Well, Hal's shift ends at sundown, but they do take lunch at high sun, so you could probably catch him then. He'll probably be in one of the taverns getting a bite to eat or something.
Perfect. That means we can all eat lunch together. Now, leave out the room. Go to 3 doors down. Knock.
Come in.
Hey, Kate.
You said 3 doors down.
Right.
You love me, but you don't know who I am.
Hey, Ronnie. How are you doing? How's Lem doing?
Lem's recovering just fine.
Oh, good.
But,
What's up? What are you doing here?
so, I don't know if you've heard about tomorrow, but
Oh, yeah, we all heard about tomorrow.
guess who's riding along first cart with me?
Me?
Yeah, come on. We're gonna go meet up with Hal, and then we gotta get
Oh,
2 others
right.
to pick out. So, let's go.
Excellent! Yeah! And he grabs his little short sword and his little buckler shield, puts on his belt, straps everything up. I'm ready to go! Let's go!
By the way, what do you think of Fred?
Oh, he was my best friend when we were back in Uruk.
Something happened.
Well, I mean, he's a little bit young for me now, don't you think?
Nonsense.
I'm not sure if that was a compliment or an insult, but that's okay. We're gonna go get Hal.
So, oh, first as soon as we walk out of the barracks, I'll take a look up at the sky, see where position the sun is in.
It's late morning, almost high sun actually.
Perfect. So in that case, we'll just start heading towards that north wall, see if we can bump into Hal.
Okay. Give me a 12 side, and I'll roll one for Cade as well.
Oh, come on! Jason, I hate you.
Natty 1.
Natty 1.
Mm-hmm. Lucky for you, Cade rolled a natty 12.
Oh, thank God.
It wasn't me.
You guys are walking up towards the northern section of the wall, and the streets are pretty busy and bustling at this time of day. You don't really see anything out of the ordinary, but even though Cade is like a foot and a half shorter than you, and can't even really see over anybody's head, he is the first one to see Hal coming down the thoroughfare with a couple of other guardsmen in tow, heading for one of the taverns. He pats you on the shoulder. Look, there he is! Hal! Hey, Hal! And Hal hears his name being called, and he's looking around and then he sees just this little hand poking up out of the sea of heads.
I'll turn my way towards him, and I'll kind of just pick Kate up.
Oh, Kate, Ronnie, hey!
Yeah.
And he walks over to join you. His buddy's following along with him.
Now, just because I already have him up, I'll just sit Cade on my shoulders.
I like it.
So, Cade, you know about tomorrow, right?
You just asked Cade that.
I mean, I'm sorry, not Cade, Hal. I'm about to say that now.
Well, of course I know about that. All the guards are talking about that.
You're riding.
Uh-oh. I seem to have lost you.
I'm back. I had a bit of a brain fart. It was all me. I was in there, and then suddenly something happened, and I stopped for a second. I had a brain fart. Sorry. So, yeah, you're riding along with me tomorrow. We're riding first cart.
Are we now? Oh, gonna get our lion's share of the action, huh?
Yep. Now, I'm gonna need you and Kate to help us pick out 2 others.
And Hal just sort of smirks and glances over his shoulder at the 2 fellas who are following him. Allow me to introduce you to Kurt and Delrin.
Kurt, Delrin, gentlemen, how are you doing this fine afternoon?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Oh, you're the barbarian bitch who insulted everybody in the palace. I remember you. I'm surprised Atana didn't blast you into a million pieces, or that Burke didn't spear you. What are we doing with this bitch? Now, I told you, she's good at what she does.
So, what are these 2's qualifications?
About the same as mine, really. Guards of Uruk, steadfast and sure.
But are they as good as Noel? Are they as good as you? Are they as good as Lem? Are they even as good as Cade here?
That's kind of harsh. I think they're all right.
Yeah.
And Kurt is just sort of like nodding, while Delrin, the guy who was bemoaning you earlier, is just sort of like fuming quietly and glaring at you as you're questioning his skills.
We're riding first cart. We want all hands on deck, and I don't want any stragglers. Not for this one. Especially for what this might mean.
Hal just sort of pats you on the shoulder and says, I wouldn't recommend these guys share the cart with us if I didn't have faith in their abilities. I understand what it means, us being in first cart.
You know what, Hal? That's why I like you.
So, we were just about to go and grab some grub. You gonna join us?
Absolutely.
And Delrin at this point just sort of turns and stumps away to one of the other taverns, clearly not interested in joining you guys.
Yeah, I can see he is much like a certain someone else.
Well, Well, you did just kind of ask if he was better than a child. Hey, no offense.
Hey.
You're better than the average child.
Hey, no offense, but I recall this one running circles around you and Lem that one day.
We may have acted that up a little bit so that you'd think better of him and let him tag along. Hey, look, you needed to get some good combat experience. It was a good opportunity. We didn't want to leave you out.
Well,
And it worked out, didn't it?
I say all in all, he was the high performer of that mission.
Hey, I was doing the best I could. That Archer guy was no joke. He definitely took the wrong profession.
Damn right.
Unfortunately, we're not talking about you, Striker.
Damn right.
Unfortunately not.
Okay, it's still the Archer.
Actually, you know what? Since he's being this way, you know what? I bet good money if he wasn't a bandit, we could have hired him instead of Striker.
Yeah, I can't really argue with that. Stryker made pretty lousy Archer.
Well, enough talk. Let's go get some food, boys.
Screw you.
Yeah.
Kurt,
And
was it?
Kurt, yeah, that's my name. Don't wear it out.
What do you specialize in, Kurt?
Oh, spear and shield, just like most of the boys.
So am I to believe that Lem is the exception along with Kate here, for the most part?
Well, we're training Kate up on other weapons as well, but you gotta start somewhere, and short sword's more appropriate for his size. You know, spear is good for the reach, but it can be a little bit unwieldy for somebody his size. Well, he'll grow into it. Lem, I don't know where he got that halberd. He must have taken it off of some bandit or something, because that's definitely not standard kit. But he does all right with it, so, you know, the boss lets him keep it, I suppose. But I say there's nothing quite like a good spear and a good shield.
Well, some may argue with you. And as far as people Kate's size not being able to wield a spear, I got a kid at a fishing village who might give you a run for your money.
And at that, Kurt just sort of raises an eyebrow at you. And then he gives you a little bit of a smirk. We'll see when the battle comes.
I like you, Kurt. So, we'll just all go.
Hal leads you all guys into the Prancing Pony, which you've been in
Yay!
several times now.
And I
Then-
remember the last time we were there, I left drunk.
That's right. You got piss all drunk, and you set foot in there. And as soon as you walk through the door, the southerner at the bar looks up and says, "Aye, it's that Ronnie lassie. Here she comes. Back for more, are you? Aye, I knew you would be. You can't resist a drop of the cracer any day now, can you?"
Not this time. I'm here for lunch with my buddies here.
Oh, lunch is it? Right. I got what you're saying. Yeah. Well, take a table over there, lads and lassie. I'll be with you in a moment.
Go ahead and sit at our little table. Now, I have to ask, because I need the visual.
Trying to get
when
you
Kate
drunk,
sits at the
huh?
table.
Yes, his legs swing freely under the chair.
That's all I needed in my life. I am happy.
If you're saying something, Striker,
I know.
we can't
I was
hear
gonna
you.
say. I was saying it's the little things.
Mm-hmm.
There used to be a
And he
song
did.
called The Little Things, and I can't remember the lyrics to it at all. It was either
It
The
is-
Little Things or The Simple Things. I can't remember what it is now.
Both. I believe it's both. Oh, goodness. So, you guys sit down at the table, and after a moment, the barkeeper very, boisterously saunters over to you and pulls up a chair and sits down, leaning backwards on the thing. Now, what can I get you, lads and lassies?
Go ahead and order up, boys.
And they place their orders. It's, usual fare, bread and cheese, a little bit of meat, nothing too extravagant. They are, making guardsmen's pay after all.
And let's see, what do I got left? 30 gold, 8 silver, and 2 copper. Hey, you know what? How much for a chicken?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh, sorry, emergency.
No worries. Ronnie and the gang are presently stuffing their faces at a tavern. You haven't missed anything serious.
Okay.
And one of the soldiers stomped off because he's a prissy little bitch.
You're wanting a whole chicken, lassie, or just the good bits?
Oh,
Anything with it? Maybe something to wet the whistle. You know what I mean?
let's just say I'm buying this for everyone here. But sure, a small pint. Wash it down.
Aye, that'll run you 5 silver pieces, lassie.
All right.
Alrighty then. And he slams his fist on the table, stands up. I'll have that out for you in a jiffy. Don't go anywhere.
Wow, that was actually cheaper than I thought it was going to be. I was like, I got 30 gold. Let's see how this is going to go. Oh, 5 silver pieces, that's it? Got that easily.
Food is not terribly expensive here.
That's good to know. At least it's not the issue over there with them. Everything's high maintenance. 20 gold for dinner.
All right. I think now that Goat is back. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Ah! I've lost my mouse control.
No.
Ah, shut it. I want to mute you somehow. Stryker and Noel, you guys are getting escorted back to the guild hall, your favoriteest place in all of Murad, because you keep going back there.
Yeah, what is this now? Like their 4th visit?
Yeah, we love that place.
That's right. We love it.
This is Stryker's 3rd. I think it's Noel's 2nd.
Oh yeah, this is your 3rd. Yep.
Yep.
And they've been in and out of the barracks, like what, 5 times?
They
Three?
snuck out at least 3 times over the last 24 hours, yeah.
Hey,
So over 24 hours, you've been to prison 3 times, broken out 3 times, been 4 times from prison actually, if you count the fact that they've also been locked up in Assassin's Guild Hall. So probably closer to 5 times.
welcome
They're
to Maryland.
locked up again, basically, until morning.
So yeah, they've been in prison like 5 times in one day. They've broken out of the barracks at least 3 times. They've been in and out of the guild hall 3 times. How do you do this in a span of 24 hours?
Well, this is basically a game of Gremlins.
Oh,
Yeah.
well then.
I was gonna say this
explains
is
a lot.
America, but I don't even know.
I mean, I wouldn't want to look how you living, huh?
I mean, Childish Gambino. This is America.
Anyway.
They've been catching us slipping in.
Well, boyos, are you guys going to try and do anything to get away from your captors, or are you going along nice and compliantly over to
No,
the...
I'm going to
I'm
compliant.
compliant. Yeah,
I'm
compliant. Yeah.
compliant.
Oh, you can bait me if you want. I'm not.
Listen,
I don't.
they got us hogtied technically by the
Yeah.
mouse right now. So my slick
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
ain't gonna work. That's all I got.
Alrighty. Well, they escort you guys back to the guild hall without any commotion or delay, and escort you through the various twisted and turning hallways, down one level to one of the dungeons, and unceremoniously they dump you into separate cells, not the same one. And as they're closing the heavy oaken doors behind you, the assassin in charge of this little adventure just sort of leans up to the bars, specifically at you, Stryker. saying, I know that we gave all of your equipment back. Don't get any funny ideas. You may have tricked us once and gotten out of here once, but I assure you that will not happen again.
And I look at him and said, yeah, I'm not really afraid of you anymore. I'm afraid of the big dude that might jump my bones or something. Like, I'd rather die than get jumped by that. Okay, you don't have to worry. I'm not escaping.
He turns around and disappears down the hall, leaving the two of you to your own devices in your respective cells. They didn't leave any light in the cells with you, though, so as soon as they're gone, they take the torches with them, and you're left in
You
total
freaking
darkness.
assholes.
Here's my question: why didn't Noel scream at somebody to go pick up his equipment? Like Noel doesn't care anymore. It's just like whatever.
I'm dying here.
Don't worry, he's gonna have new equipment by the morning.
I hope so.
Okay, that'll be interesting to see.
I never said it was gonna be good, but I said he'll have new equipment.
You ain't got enough gold for that.
Who said I was gonna do it? Big burly dude. Just gotta say.
I want to see how this pays off.
Big burly dude. Which guy are you referring
He's
to?
referring to the
It's the flamboyant.
yeah.
Oh, the flamboyant fellow.
Oh.
Yes. He didn't actually introduce himself, didn't?
Oh, did he put us in the same cell as them?
No, you're in separate cells in the guild hall.
Okay.
No, you'll never see
great.
flamboyant dude unless we be successful in our mission.
Yeah, you probably don't want to piss him off.
So technically, we're having a part 2 to the original mission that we already had supposed to have. So guess what? It's working out either way. We're still staying.
Oh, fantastic.
Maybe.
We'll
I
see.
mean, he did also offer you an awful lot of gold to go and carry out this mission for him, so you could always, switch sides and do it for him instead of...
He gave me 100 gold, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Wow. Oh, we're flexing. Floss, man.
Yeah, he gave me 100 gold for right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And all of your original equipment back.
Yep, on my equipment. Yep, that's already there. Yep. Ha ha. So. So yeah, I'm going to rest so I can get my HP back up because
I think I do the same.
I'm going. Wait, is we in the same cell block with Riku?
No, at least you don't believe so. You don't hear anything. You can call out and see if she answers.
All right, can I call out Riku?
And it echoes down the hallway, and very quickly after saying that, you hear, "Shut up!" from one of the assassins who's clearly still in the hall there with you.
Your mother.
Should have left him gagged.
You can come try if you want.
Roll a 12 side.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I got a 3.
Wow.
So you hear nothing for a moment, and then some whispering, and then the sound of footfalls coming back down the hallway, and a torchlight following, and unlocking of your cell door, and
he's gonna gag me again.
4 assassins come in, roughly shove you against the wall.
Oh yeah, this is how I like it, everybody. Yeah.
Oh God, just gag him, all right. One of them again with the rope. Gags you real quick, and then another one binds your hands so that you can't take the gag off after they leave.
Dang it.
They finish hog tying you, and then they roughly throw you onto the straw pile that serves as the cot. And
all right, hold on, I gotta do it like this.
pleasant dreams, jackass.
And I'll be like this, and I'm like, uh-huh.
And they all walk back out, close and lock the door again, and leave you just sort of lying there hog-tied on the straw.
If everybody didn't know, I'm the comic relief in this whole thing. Just want y'all to know this.
You are good at that.
Wait, is it comic relief or is it just stupidity?
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, I still enjoy his
Either
cup
or.
of tears when I get my time, so
Either or.
And then as soon as they close the door, I start crying like a baby.
All right. Well, you guys eventually managed to go to sleep in your squalid surroundings.
I can't.
I will say that if you had any concerns about it, the bathroom is just a bucket in the corner. So good luck with that.
I already knew that.
Ah, you were smart. You wore the brown pants.
That's right.
Depends the shade of brown. Depends.
So we'll say both of yous regain all your hit points, and Noel, you get your 2 hit die back.
My 2 what?
What
Your
was
hit
my
dice.
original hit points?
17 for Striker.
Thank you.
So I have 15 back again.
Yep.
Jeez, how is your HP still at 15? Mine's at 20.
He didn't get a very good
Roll as I level up.
Constitution
Yeah.
roll. Yeah.
Yep. What he said. Mm-hmm.
The dice, man, the dice. You got to
Sucks.
roll when Jason's not at the table, and then
Yeah.
you'll get a good roll for your level up.
Exactly.
Man, sucks to suck.
So the first thing that brings you guys back to the realm of consciousness is the rough sound of your cell doors being flung open. It's still pitch black down in the dungeons. You have no idea how much time has passed since you were put down there. You feel kind of groggy, but at least a little bit refreshed. Your wounds have sort of scabbed over at this point. A little achy, but serviceable.
Yep.
And you're not really given a chance to ask any questions before strong hands grab you and haul both of you up to your feet and shove you roughly out into the hallway, where once again you're surrounded by a full contingent of 5 assassins who lead you down the twisting passageways. Now, Noel, you're not gagged, so if you want to make any snarky remarks, you're welcome to do so.
Or at least ask for your armor.
I looked at strikers like what? Like what deal did you strike for this?
Ask for your armor, fool.
You are still gagged, Striker. They didn't take your gag off.
I know. I'm just telling him to ask for his armor.
Well, stay in character, man.
No, screw that.
Man, it's like, and then I tell him shut up.
And I'm like, oh yeah.
Somewhere in the world, there's a small draft. Ronnie feels it, and she goes, "Huh."
And look, I say since I'm gagged, I said, I'd rather have Ronnie here than you.
Yes, you have to continue talking like that until you're ungagged.
Okay.
So much fun.
And poor Noel is going to have to try and figure out what the hell you're saying.
Grah.
They lead you up to the main floor and out the front door, and it's still dark outside, but you can see the eastern sky just starting to get brighter. So it's clearly just the crack of dawn, or just before. And they, again, start leading you towards the main thoroughfare and on down the way. Right now, it only appears to be the 5 regular assassin guys. Headmaster's nowhere in sight.
Subtitles. I'm so happy he's not here. Fuck his bitch ass. Right, there you go.
I get frustrated by strikers mumbles, so I take the rope off his mouth.
Roll a 12 side to see if the assassins will allow you to do that.
Oh, come on.
No, we gotta. You're
That's
technically
alright.
their prisoner at the moment, so.
Oh, come on. I got a 4. Okay, I got.
So you reach up to untie his gag, and one of the assassins smacks your arm down. I like him better like this. Leave him off.
I don't know what kind of freaky stuff you're into.
And I look over at him like, aha.
Don't start with me, prick. Or you're gonna get the prick.
Oh, you're some
Didn't
strange
mean it like that.
fellows more than
Oh,
once.
just shut up! Even gags are terrible.
Oh, shit. I fucking can't with this, right?
This is a game of class.
This episode is called the gag episode.
Or
No,
Striker's Cane. We
no,
need
no. I'm
Striker's
literally naming this freaky things. That is what this
Freaky
freaky
things.
things.
Oh my!
Oh crap!
Oh man.
All right, so we're walking down. So we're walking down the hall, right?
Yeah, yeah. You're on the circular or the circumferential road of the middle ring on your way to the docks.
Okay. So I look at Noah and be like, just adjusting to my like armor and stuff, like my equipment, like
I think your hands are still
Yeah,
tied
his
behind.
hands are still tied.
Oh,
Oh wait, my hands are still tied. Dang it!
Use
They
your chin.
really are just leaving you trussed up like a turkey at the moment.
Damn.
Use your
I thought at least
chin.
it-
Use your chin.
Try using your.
And I'm like, I'm like,
Like,
man, he's like, man, even when he's gagged, he's annoying. And I asked one of the guards, he's like, yeah, is there a way I can get my stuff back?
And the assassin just kind of gives you a sidelong glance. And he's like, "You should be grateful we didn't just kill you on sight. I have no idea why the guildmaster wanted to keep you alive, but he said nothing about giving you any things."
Well, I can't do my job if I don't have my things.
Your job? And what exactly do you think your job is?
Well, if you could have killed us by now, so you didn't. So obviously you need us for something.
Shut up!
I'm saying this under the ropes, like.
Translation: that is the piccolo. Damn.
You guys,
like, so I'm gagged there like,
you know what? I'm gonna have you roll a 12 for that.
Okay.
Yay.
Not you, Jason. Sorry. No.
Oh dang it! I was
Oh,
just like, oh
what?
please.
No roll 12 side. This is to see if your
stuff,
argument makes sense and the assassin.
I got 11.
11 and yours is 2. That'll do it just barely.
Oh wow!
You rolled a 12, but your stats are just a little bit better.
Wow, man! Talking about luck draw.
That's right.
See, me gag helped you out. You know.
As you guys approach the barracks and are starting to pass it, the assassin that you were talking to just holds up a hand, and the little procession stops, and he turns back to you. Come on! Grabs you roughly by the arm and signals, and two of his buddies fall in step behind you, and the three of you walk into the barracks. The sergeant at arms is sitting there in the vestibule, scribbling away at his book, and he glances up and sees you guys in, glances back down, pretending he didn't see you. Just goes right back onto writing. And they take you down the hall to the little evidence room next to the cell block, and they shove you roughly against the chest. One of them goes off and grabs the guard with the key, brings the key back, opens the chest, and then they just stand there and are like, "Get on with it, make it quick."
Oh, nice. That's I get all my stuff. I put it on.
Well, I'm gonna say roll a what did I have? Striker, what did I have you roll for finding your stuff? Was that a 12 or a 20?
I thought when you had him
was
roll was
a-
because he was also trying to do something sly because he was trying to find extra stuff to take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true, but I also had him roll to see if he found all of his
It
stuff.
was 12 3 times.
Okay, so just a single 12 side, null.
Okay.
I think that'll go against your wisdom stat then. Yeah, for perception. That makes sense. It would have been a
I
perception.
got a 9.
Okay, yeah, you very easily and quickly identify all of your former equipment and are able to haul that out of the chest.
Mhm. Great.
And as soon as you're done, they slam the lid on the chest, almost taking your fingers off in the process. They're so anxious to get out of there.
All
Relock
right.
it, basically fling the key at the guard who's standing there like all a jitter because, oh god, assassins in the barracks, this is never a good thing.
Yeah.
And they just push you back out and you rejoin the procession and continue on your way to the docks.
I tell him you're a very smart man.
Don't push your luck.
My luck has already been pushed.
When you guys manage to finally get to the docks, you'll see that the quartermaster is standing there with the spy master, Ningal, having a quiet conversation. And as you approach, the spy master turns and just glares at the two of you with unfathomable loathing and disgust. Like, I can't believe I have to put up with these people. Like, someone kill me. And he sees that, Noel, you've been given all of your gear, and he kind of casts a burning gaze to the lead assassin, who wilts a little bit under his gaze, but he says nothing. Instead, he turns back to the quartermaster and says, "They're here. Get on with it." And quartermaster nods and says, "Arr, right this way, fellas." And he motions you guys over to a very nice, elegant-looking ship. It's maybe 40 or what is it here? 80 feet. Sorry, 80 feet from stem to stern.
Wow.
Maybe 30 feet on the beam. 50 oars lining the sides. Sleek hull, nice tall sail. And it's just alive with activity. There are people milling about all over the surface. They're hauling cargo and stuff up. And on top, there's a gentleman who looks kind of like he wishes he was a pirate, but he maybe got a couple of the garment pieces wrong. He's got the eye patch, but his hat is just entirely too frilly, and his coat looks like it would belong better on an upper-class person than on a sea captain. And he's sort of ordering people around. You there, go over there. You there, go over there.
Somehow that description sounds like a very bad porno.
And now we know that SourceU Surge has very interesting tastes in porn.
Yeah, I know. I'm very.
Hey, what can I say? I like all my wenches out at sea.
There you go. All right. And as you guys approach and start walking up the gangplank onto the ship, he turns around and gives you all the stink eye. What's this then? Oh, use them Assassin's Guild lot, aren't you? Well, come on, you're blocking the gangway.
All right, I'm coming.
And as you
Phrase
guys,
Did they ungag Striker yet, or he's just
nope,
like
still
okay?
gagged.
Still gagged.
All right.
Still got his hands tied up.
All right.
He's still gagged.
Oh, okay. Like, oh, these assassins knows what's up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've had enough of Striker shit. And as you guys finally get onto the deck of the ship, Captain kind of swaggers up to you. He doesn't have a peg leg, but he walks like he does. And he swaggers up to you and stands in front, arms on his hips. Right then, which one are you's in charge?
I am.
And the assassin that you were talking to earlier just...
I'm like,
and he turns to Stryker and motions, and two of the other assassins unbind your hands and your remove your gag, Stryker.
and then I flip the switch on him, and I'm like, I'm in charge. I get real serious. I won't even act funny no more. I just get real serious, and I'm like, I'm in charge here.
He thinks he's in charge. That's what he.
Fuck up, no. It's like, I'm like, all right, so yeah, we're here to. You know what? Hey, you assassin, show him the thing. Show him the thing. Look, I'm getting revenge here. Trust me. This is just me feeling revenge.
Yeah, yeah, and then like Noel just shuts up and goes and just listens.
And the assassin just kind of looks off to the side for a moment as if he's like really struggling internally to not deck you right now. And he turns back to the captain and says, "You know where the orders. We're bound for Kish. Let's shove off and get on with it." And the captain goes, "Oh, awfully pushy, aren't you?"
Exactly
Right then,
why I
man,
want
you
him
heard him. Let's go, let's go.
Told you, revenge is fun.
We're bound for Kish, me mateys. Aha.
And I just go like, all right, we're bound for Kish. How long do you think the journey will be?
Well, that's a good question. You know, we don't normally sail for Kish, but I figure, given our usual route, probably on and about a week, yeah?
Bounce the wake. All right, all right, all right. Assassins, y'all cool with that?
Do we have a choice?
Oh yeah, y'all got a choice. It's just whether it's gonna be the right choice or the wrong choice. You just got to make a choice.
Can you like shut up and like let them just let you go? Don't give them any like second thoughts.
And like as you say that, Noel, the other assassin turns back. He's like, "I will gag you again. Seriously, swear to all the gods." Shut up.
I was actually being serious. You actually do have a choice.
Ordered to accompany you by the guildmaster, and that's what we're going to do. Because although the high priest Hibao might trust you to accomplish this task because he paid you well, we don't.
See, and that's your choice. I wasn't being funny. I was actually being serious.
Oh, this is going to be a long voyage.
Well, you stay on that side of the boat. I'll stay on this side, and there we go.
I think that's a marvelous idea. And he shoves you to the other side of the boat. Roll a 12 side to see if you fall overboard.
While he's doing that, I'm like, hey, I mean, okay. I got an 8.
Okay, you manage to catch yourself on the rail and don't go overboard,
I'm like,
much
hey.
to the assassin's disappointment.
And I'm like, look, I was being nice. I can come over there and bother you all the whole trip. But you know what? I'm going to be the bigger man and walk to the other side. And if I see a fish, can I just like, I just want to, and no dinner for you. Just take the fish and walk to the other side. I just want to be in it.
Oh, God.
Come on. Please say it's a fish.
No,
Come
not
on.
right now. No, not giving you that boat yet. You're going to have to work for that one. No, what you doing, buddy?
I'm just looking at Stryker, being an idiot.
Have you put your garments on yet? I know they just let you grab it and they kind of shoved you out the room, but maybe you should take the time to do that.
Yeah, that's a good
goes
idea.
Down with the way he's talking right now.
Yeah, I start putting my armor and stuff on.
Okay. You're going to get your gear on. Striker's going to go and to the other side of the ship, stay away from the assassins.
I was trying to be serious, but then he got to push it out of me. Hit this one assassin. That's why I miss my buddy. He was my buddy.
Oh my. All the agents, they kind of like distribute themselves evenly around the ship. And the crew finishes loading the remainder of the cargo, hauls up the gangplank, pushes off from the dock. And then they all sit down to the oars and let loose the sail, start pulling on the oars, and the ship starts gathering speed at quite an impressive rate. You can tell this be a speedster ship. She's got a mission.
I go to the captain. I go up to the captain and say, "You need any help?" I like to pull my weight around here.
I like that about you, fellas. Good. I like the initiative. You can take the oar on station number 51 over there.
All right, that'll work for me. And I look at the assassins like, somebody's doing some work around here. Bet I can roll better than you.
All right, go ahead and do it then.
What I'm challenging the assassin is I'm challenging him to a roll.
As Striker goes over to take his place next to one of the oarsmen, the captain saunters up to you, Noel, and extends a hand. Amar, captain of the Flying Toad. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh, pleased to meet you. And then I just do I shake his hand firmly.
Oh, I like me a good handshake. Say, why don't you go and help your fellow out there on 51? We'll get there all the faster.
All right. And I can go help him do whatever. What was he doing?
He's rowing. You're helping him row.
Oh, okay.
Getting the muscles up. You know what I'm saying? It's a good workout. See?
Yeah, it's good.
Aha.
Good. It works out your back muscles.
Get the strength in me. Get the strength. That's going to
Mhm.
my points. I just want you to know that right now. It's going to my points. Getting the strength up.
Where's that work at?
Shut up.
You know what? I'll think about that. We might add an XP or two for that. We'll see. The captain is going to then saunter up to a couple of the other assassins. How
Don't
about
do
you
it.
fellas?
Don't do it. I saw y'all at the captain. Don't do it.
One of the assassins is actually a little bit intimidated, mainly by the fact that the captain seems completely unimpressed by 5 assassins standing on his ship. Like, this is completely ordinary and not in the least something to be concerned about. And he obediently goes off and finds an empty seat at one of the oar stations and starts pulling. The other assassin watches his companion go off, face palms with just sincere embarrassment, and turns back off to look out in the ocean, not even acknowledging the captain's presence. And the captain is like, all right, fair enough. And the captain goes and stands by the tiller, just a great big grin on his face. Aye, it's a good day for sailing, ain't it, boys?
All right. So, is there an assassin near me and Noel while we're rowing?
Roll a 12 side for me.
This is when the plan starts coming into action.
Oh boy.
All right, critical
12.
failure.
So
Shut
you
up.
glance
Don't
around
talk
furtively
about me.
as you guys are pulling on the oar, and you notice that, yes, in fact, there is an assassin standing right behind you guys, towards the stern of the ship.
All right. So he's right behind me.
Mm-hmm.
How close is he to the edge of the ship? Like how close?
Oh, he's standing right at the rail, looking out
Oh,
over
he's
the
the-
water, trying really hard not to pay attention to anybody else on the deck.
Good.
I see where this is going. No.
I look at Noel and say, "No, we're gonna row as hard as we can." And accidentally, somebody's going for a swim. Now, is it the one that I freaking hate?
No, it is not.
Dang
It's
it.
one of the lesser underlings.
Okay.
Wait, no. And I tell him like, no, too early. We need to make it be believable.
Make it to not yet. Not
Yeah,
yet.
not yet.
All right. How far are we away from the shore? Anyway, I'm pretty sure we flew away.
Yeah, you're a few hundred yards. You know, you're probably making a good, I don't know, 5 or 6 knots, which is pretty speedy for boats of this era.
So that means
That's like a running pace.
he might survive and make it back to the. No, not yet. Yo, no, not yet. We need to be a little bit further out.
Right in the middle of the sea.
Right.
What?
I'll be back, guys.
One less is is a lot easier
Yeah.
than 5. 2 to 4, cool. 2 to 5. Eh.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm telling him the plan. Like, all right, look, we get enough out. We're gonna hopefully make somebody go for a nice little swim.
Oh, yeah. Way ahead of you. Way ahead of you.
Oh man, this is
And
gonna
then I'm
end so
saying,
badly.
but when I say when this happens, you gotta go distract the other assassins. Come on, buddy.
All right, just give me the cue.
It's like don't do nothing stupid. Just have the captain help. Wink, wink.
Mm.
Hmm.
You want me to distract who?
Tell the just start talking to the captain
All right. I
and
start
then
having small talk with the captain.
have small talk with the captain.
All right. All right. Noel, you get up from your rowing and go up to the tiller where the captain is just merrily, spinning the wheel. Actually, I guess it wouldn't be a wheel in a ship of this era. It's just a long lever arm to the rudder.
Yep, it would be.
And he tips his hat to you as you're approaching him. Oi there! What can I do for you? You having a good time on your sailing so far?
Oh yeah. It's it's like nice ship. Is this yours?
Aye, that she is. She a beauty, ain't she?
Well, it's like like, who did you butter up to get this thing?
What up? You pulling me leg?
Mm.
No, I won this fella fair and square.
Oh yes. You work for this, right? This is your baby,
That's right. Good
Ah.
hard work. Ain't nothing like it.
huh?
Unlike those assassins. that's what you hear me yell from the back of the thing. Unlike
Did you-
those assassins.
Did you buy it from somebody, or did you get it
Oh,
built?
aye, yeah. I bought it from the guy who owned it before me.
Oh, nice. Such good condition.
Yeah, he was a good fella. He took good care of her. Had a bit of an unfortunate run-in with a sea serpent.
No. Did you buy? Was that after you bought it from him, or before you bought it from him?
All you hear me say is from Rowan, like, say what?
It's a mighty fine day for sailing, ain't it?
I don't know what I missed in between that, but the words sea serpent and before or after purchase. That's enough for me.
Oh crap!
Then I start asking him as if he has some lucky lady or something like just small talk.
Oh no, I be a river captain through and through. Only visit the ladies of the night, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, he doesn't.
I used to do I used to do security for the ladies in the night. You know what I mean?
Did you know?
Yeah,
I
oh,
might
yeah.
have stopped in at one of your establishments then.
Oh sure. I see so many thirsty guys. I don't even understand.
I bet you do, lad. I bet you do.
Yellow like, why you talking about assassins like that? They ain't thirsty. Hopefully, and see if any of them get up and start walking towards Nolan again.
Roll 12 side.
Who, me or?
Provocation.
Me.
Striker.
I got a shoot. I can't even tell. What the hell is that? A 3.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough. Although you do see several of them like gripping the railing of the ship a little bit harder than they otherwise would.
Does that mean they all turns away from me and not look at me at all?
Pretty much, yeah. They're like trying really hard to pretend you're not there.
Perfect.
Oh no, we're getting to the point where no matter what they do, he wins.
It's pretty bad.
As long as they're not paying attention to me, making it so that they don't pay attention to me. They just block me from their mind, anything. The plan always comes into an effect.
Well, before you enact your fantastical and devious plan, we're going to hop really quickly back over to Ronnie. We've only got a few minutes left in our session. And Ronnie, at about this time, Mr. O'Toole comes out from behind the bar with everybody's bread and cheese, a few tankards of ale, a glass of whiskey for you, and a great old platter of chicken. And lays all this out on the table for you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Otto. You're a peach.
I'll say anytime, anything for you. You'll need anything, you'll just let me know.
Thanks. So, Kurt, tell me, your other friend, what's the stick up his ass?
Well, Hal's got it right. You did kind of compare him to a child. Hey! Again, you're better than the average child. I'm not saying different. He's maybe a little bit sensitive about that. But Don't worry yourself. He can handle himself with a spear.
Good. I don't want anything weird happening, and I'm going to take the time now to tell you why Lem is currently in the hospital. The reason why I want people who I can trust on the field running front cart with us is because we ran into a group that, after the things that I've discovered after Lem's hospitalization, we might actually be dealing with former military services of this great little city here, not bandits.
Oh, that's an interesting find.
And
Especially since so many of them are still doing their old duties patrolling the walls. You know, the lady Atana was very specific about that. All of the guards that we didn't kill in the invasion, they were supposed to go right back to doing their jobs, and we were supposed to treat them just the same as all the Uruk soldiers.
yeah,
I
all
thought
the
that kind of
guards.
odd, but
All the guards, but not all the generals. In their forces.
you think these be like professional soldier types?
Aye. And what's worse is that in the last little run-in we all had together, they were using this little black powder. Apparently what I found out about that, my dear Hal, is that they use this stuff for mining.
Oh yeah? Mining what?
Or mostly. That's why it packs such a punch.
Yeah, who would have thought that powder could explode? That's a pretty wild thing.
Ah. I wanted to go and get some research done on the stuff, but this takes precedence first. After we finish dealing with this, if things go well, I'll be taking a trip either to Murad or who knows elsewhere. Maybe Kish. Yeah, I want to get some research done. My wish is that when we go out tomorrow, we don't have another run of that stuff. But if we do,
Yeah, I'm following you. We definitely want to not see any more of that. Boy, that would be pretty bad. I hope that the commanders accounted for that in his strategies.
I hope so too. Me and Burke did have a discussion about it before.
Okay, well that's good. At least he knows about it. I don't even know what you do against powder that explodes.
Not sure either, but that's why I wanted to either head to Kish to visit their guild out there, or maybe Murad. Apparently, they have something out there.
Well, I know that Murad does mine stuff. Like that's why they're so frickin' filthy rich. But those monks up in Kish, they're either really wise or just wise old coots. I don't know, but you know, they probably would know at least what it is and how to make it, where to get it. What are you hoping to learn, though? I mean, other than the stuff's nasty and you should stay away from it.
How much of this stuff is out there? How easy is it to obtain, and is it so easy to make that you can make it in your backyard?
That certainly is a concern. I wonder if the alchemist in the market district would know anything about that.
He's actually the one who pointed me towards Kish and Murad.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's something. Well, yeah, you know, after tomorrow, assuming everything goes well, you know, fingers crossed, you'll have to let us know what you find.
I will. Now, eat up, boys. And like I said, chicken's for everyone, so.
I really appreciate that, Ronnie. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. Poor old Delrin doesn't know what he's missing. More for us.
Roy sits down for a minute, kind of mulls over the thought, and then she finally, I'll be right back. Do me a favor. Get an extra chair, just in case. She heads out of the establishment, and she heads over to the one that Darwin went into.
Mm-hmm. And he's sitting over at the bar with a pint of ale and a plate of bread and cheese, munching away. Doesn't even look up as you come in.
I'm assuming that either A, you think I'm a bigger bitch than usual, or B, your pride is so severely hurt that you think I've come to do more damage.
He chewing his bread, just kind of glances over his shoulder at you. Or I don't figure you're worth my time.
Let me explain something to you. I'm not even going to sit down. I'm actually just going to lean against the bar next to him. I just almost lost someone the last time we dealt with these people. If we go up against what we went up against that time, I have to be concerned about the skills of the people with me. I don't want you dying. Lim is in the hospital because of these people, and we barely got him to survive this.
You worry about you, I'll worry about me.
Be that as it may, this isn't a fitting meal for the battle that's to come. I want you to go over to the diner where we are all sitting. I want you to sit with the others.
I don't take orders from you, I take orders from Burke, and that's it. Now shove off. My lunch break ain't forever, you know.
Such a foolhardy man. Listen. This isn't an order. This is a request from your friends. They would like to sit and eat with you. Go sit with them. You don't even have to look at me. I won't even be in there. But go eat.
He pauses and puts his loaf of bread down for a second, and actually turns fully to look at you this time. He's like, what do you care? You don't even know me. We ain't friends. We ain't known each other but more than a minute. Now, how I choose to eat my lunch should be up to me, not to you. And whether they want me to come over there or not, I've made my choice. I'm here. So leave off.
You ever had a final meal with someone before?
Sure I have. I don't care to right now. And he goes back to his plate with his bread and his cheese, very, determinedly ignoring you.
I will stand up straight. Have it your way. But whatever happens tomorrow, now we'll leave out.
And that, I think, is where we will call it for tonight, gentlemen.
Oh yeah, you probably have to go to bed or work or something.
We made a good hour and minute session this time, so we kept it just under 2 hours this time.
Yeah, that's true.
And for once, I feel like a lot actually happened this time.
Yeah, I know, right? And we didn't get screwed over because
You're welcome.
And Mighty Python didn't happen this time.
Yeah,
I mean, some Monty Python happened.
Well, it was the end of Mighty Python.
I did a bunch of YOLO plays at the beginning, and I almost died for it.
You guys keep getting yourselves into these ridiculous messes, and then amazingly manage to pull yourselves back out of them. Right?
Yeah, amazingly, right? We roll some critical successes.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We get so many tries. We have plot armor. I'm telling you.
You got something. I don't know what it is, but you got something.
Stupidity.
The look of the light skin.
But when we're doing too good, the game humbles us and says no, and then we almost die again.
Every single time.
Everything.
That's because you do stuff like that and get too big for your britches, thinking that you have plot armor, and that's why.
You really are at the mercy of the dice at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's how I know I ain't got no plot armor. I just get lucky as hell.
Mr. Luck stuck over here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as is usual, if you have any comments, please put them down below. Like and subscribe to our shenanigans to see more of them. If you have any suggestions, let us know. And as always, we are FailPG, and we will see you next time.
That's how you do an outro, goddammit.